What's up? It's your favorite tomboy bringing you yet again another episode of Just Kickin. I have my sisters here, Alyssa, Alanna, Candace, and Bria. And we're here to bring you another dope ass episode. So ladies, this episode I want to talk about friendships or ships. I wanted to know, what do you guys prefer? Do you prefer female friends more, or do you prefer male friends more? And why?
I prefer male friends because females always with the drama. I'm not with the drama, but it is definitely good to have a female group of friends. And when I say a group, I feel like you should have, I feel like you should know these people like for years, not your newbies, because newbies could be the fake ones, and sometimes the old ones can be the fake ones too. But from my experience, the newbies be the fakes. So I definitely prefer a male group because just like for guys will argue and get over it the same day. For girls, they'll keep the same beef from when y'all was in freaking elementary school until y'all married with the kids and everything. Y'all still beefing, y'all married. So I'd rather not have female friends. I'd just rather male friends because y'all argue right then and there and then y'all done. So that's just me.
Okay. Anybody else?
I prefer both. Now, in this headspace. Before, no, I don't want no female friends, too much drama. I don't relate to them. It was just that. But now that I'm older, I really just want a mixture of both because I noticed that I can't really always just go and hang out with my guy friends all the time. If I want to go out to brunch, I'm not about to always go to my guy friends because I want to go out to brunch.
Yep.
And then being that with female friends, I kind of developed more friends this year out of nowhere. I don't know what the universe, I think just brought them to me, but I just been able to hang out with more females, because throughout the year I haven't really been hanging out with friends. I moved to a new city, and it was hard to make friends, especially when you're older and everything. And when I'm in college, you go through a mixture of different people, and you figure out who's your friend, who's not your friend, who's for you, who's not for you. Mm-hmm. But being that old, I definitely prefer having both because I feel like we need to have some type of balance. We need to have, your girls, whenever you need girl talk, you just want to go hang out with your girls. But you can also have your guy friends because I feel like it's very healthy to have, both types of friends. But yeah, I feel like we should just have both. And I'm very open to anybody, old, new, because I don't really think either one is better because people switch up all the time. You never know people really until stuff happens. So I'm open to both.
Poetic, honey.
I guess if I had to say a preference per se, I would always prefer to have women as friends, just because I think I love being a woman. I love everything that comes with being a woman, and I think there's a lot of things that make us very unique, very special.
Through everything.
People. Women, we run the world.
Right.
So I think having people in your corner who you can talk to about certain things, every aspect of life. Unfortunately, we live in a very I don't want to say sexist world, but male-dominated world.
Yes.
But at the same time, there is oppression. Women don't really get what they deserve in many aspects of life. So I think having those people who are in your corner who are actually rooting for you. But the difficulty is actually finding people who are rooting for you, who are on your side. Yeah. And that's when you have a friendship without the drama, that's how you know that these are your friends.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people hold on to friendships, women hold on to friendships just because of how long they've known each other, even though they kind of grown apart and they don't really know how to separate, or they just like going out together. And there's a difference between a friend that you go out with, and someone that you can actually talk to and confide in, and who's not telling your business to everybody else.
We gonna get there.
So so I think definitely that, but I think having male friends that you can talk to, especially when you're dating, you might have questions, and just having someone who's gonna give you the real, no sugar coated, this is what this guy's doing, or this is what it seems like he's doing. I've been there, I've done it, I've experienced with that. And I think what attracts a lot of women to men, there's always going to be some level of attraction. So I think that's where sometimes there's blurred lines between the friendships.
Yeah.
Between, there's a little bit of something there, but no one's ever going to act on it. But sometimes there's a little bit of, if the male friend had the opportunity and this progressed into something, they could possibly take it. Because like we mentioned previously, a lot of relationships start as friendships, right? So.
As I get older, I think that there is a need to have both. The issue that I have right now is that I don't have a lot of guy friends, and that's my fault. I separated myself from my guy friends when as I got into relationships. So this is like prior to marriage, you know, like as I was like deeper into relationships and, you know, had different partners or whatever, I didn't keep in contact as much. I have one guy friend, my bestie. Hey, bestie. I got one guy friend, you know, that is my bestie, but like the other ones that I did have, I don't keep in contact with them. And I feel like it's beneficial to have other guys in your corner, guys that you're friends with that you can talk to, bounce ideas off of, get a male perspective when it comes to certain things. And so I think both. I think both.
I think both are necessary. I have more guy friends than I have girlfriends. And I think that also comes from, well, number one, it comes from just me being a tomboy and the things that I'm into. Most guys are into, you know what I mean? I've never been the, what do you say, the dainty or prissy or whatever. I've never been the girly girl, you know? So it's more relatable. I feel like they understand me more than my female friends. Yeah. I have female friends and they've been in my life since I was like a teenager. You know, they understand me. I'm the type of friend that I am, but they understand me. So I think it needs to be a balance as well. I love the fact that I have guys in my corner who can give me the scoop on other guys. You know what I mean? So they're not gonna tell me, you know, guy code, they're not gonna tell me everything, but you know, I like the fact that if I have an issue, I could come to them and they'll tell me straight up what it is. Like, you know, this is what's happening right here, and maybe you need to act like this so that, you know what I mean, protect yourself or whatever, and you got my back just in case, you know what I mean, they act up, you know. So, what do you prefer though? Like individual friends or groups?
See,
I don't really know.
Yeah, it's like
that's a great question.
That is a great question. So, okay, it's very hard to have certain groups because you have those friends that are jealous friends. You have those people who have favoritism, and like sometimes you can have a group of friends and like you may feel something out and say, okay, say if like we're all friends, right? But like we all go to McDonald's, but like we need to Bria and Candace, they might feel away. You know what I mean? Or like we're all friends, but like you and Bria are the closest, and like y'all got like little inside jokes, like girl, you know, cause so and so, like that. You know what I mean? So
Clicks within the
clicks,
group.
right?
Yeah.
So like I would like a group, but it varies. So a group, yes, but I do love to have that one person I can be like, girl, I can't stand Alyssa. She just blah, blah, blah. Or, you know, like today at work, I just da-da-da. You know what I mean? So it's just like that level. It's like, I don't really know. Because it's always something that comes between friends. It's either like, because like, and then the worst part is, you know somebody for so long, and then like, they do the one thing that's like you would never think somebody would do this until like something happens. You know what I mean? Especially like, when it's in a position where like you need it the most, and they show their ass. Like I can't with that, and it's like it's hard for me to like gain like be their
trust.
friend again, like their trust, you know. So like I don't really know in between groups and individuals.
See, just to piggyback what you just said, I noticed that I could have a group guy friend more than I could have a group girlfriend, because I know that with my guy friends, it's not gonna be like, I noticed that one thing with girls, but we all, like I know for a fact, like in high school especially, like I had a group of friends, and I had a different group of friends actually. Like each grade I had a different group of friends, and I noticed that it was always different cliques within the groups, and I seen that like just from, you know, just observing different things, with being around certain things, and certain things happen, you'd be like, oh, no, I can't stand what she do. Like I don't want to do that. You start talking to one other person, and then eventually, you know, the group drifts apart or whatever. But I noticed that having my guy friends, like to this day, like we're all still friends. Like we was all around each other right now. We still be like the same vibe, the same energy. Nobody's going behind each other really and talking about each other. Like we all just kind of like get along. But I noticed that really with girl cliques, it's always gonna be some type of like nitpicking or something wrong with the group. I really see that with my guy friends. I never really had any like issues or anything either. So I just think my personal like opinion on that, it kind of varies between guys and girl groups.
I think naturally with any group there will be cliques,
right?
Because we can all be friends, but then there are some that are into the same things,
Yeah.
right? Whereas others are not, but it doesn't mean that you like each other or love each other any less.
Right.
So I think there will always be cliques. In my experience, I've always had different sets of groups of friends, you know? So like I had my one core that was like college, but then within the college, in college as well, I had my dance group, and that was a separate group of friends that I had. And then I had the ones that maybe, you know, we were the same major, so this was my separate group, you know. So I've always been kind of like a floater. And so I don't know, but I will say this: as you get older, you realize just how much you need your female friends.
Yeah,
You know, just you go through things in life. You know, as things happen, and it doesn't necessarily mean bad things, right? But just as things happen, as you change, you realize that like, yo, I really need to like talk to whatever. Like I need the support. I need to go out. I need to get my mind off things. Let me call da-da-da. You know what I mean? Like it's nice to have, you know, this person, like, let me call this person because I know that this one is always up for the good time, you know, or let me call that one because I know that this one is not going to judge me when I talk. So, you know, you have different friends that you call on for different things. And then you might have the one that you ain't talked to in 2 years, but you know, as soon as you pick up the phone, it's like there was never any time in between.
That's me.
That's
know?
the best type of friend. That's the best type of friend.
Right, because that's a friend, you know, so like, as you get older, as you go through things in life, as you grow in life, it is very important to have women. It's just hard when life happens. So I can't say I don't think I've ever had like a group of guy friends, so I can't speak to that experience. I can only speak about women.
I think naturally, just like growing up, I feel like I was very like quirky, or just like the settings that I was in, the school that I went to, like I was always the odd one out. So I was always the type of person to find someone who I just really clicked with, and I always stuck with that person. And I'm happy because like growing up, I had different settings. Like I was like a dancer, so I had like my friends from dance. Like even if I didn't have like, I might have that one very close friend from school, and like moving on, like I would be like always like going to different schools. So like, because I went to private school growing up. And just like in high school, like, and the friends that I make, I stick with for years. Like to this day, like my very close friends are the people who are like family to me. And I feel like I always like really appreciate that closeness. And again, of course, when we bring astrology into it, like my rising sign is a Cancer. And surprisingly, I actually think,
know that.
yeah, surprisingly, I really
See, look, she said that. Y'all see what just happened? Y'all see what just happened, right?
Yeah, so surprisingly, I think it's funny because like I know with rising signs, a lot of obstacles you face.
He's scared.
A lot of obstacles you face, and a lot of the people that have run into your life along that path, like kind of relate to like those traits. And I'm very nurturing. I really nurture my friendships, so it's very hard for me to have a big group because I really like to like nurture the friendship that I have. And like there are very few people, like I do have groups of friends, and they're definitely valuable, especially like if you want to do like group settings and like, you know, you can reach out to people for different things. I wouldn't say it's like a network, but it's so nice like being close to be able to like talk to someone about something because everybody has a different perspective, but there are still those individual people where I can call and talk, even if we're not talking about anything. Like we can just sit on the phone having a bad day. There are very few people that I can say that I can call and just like, hey, I need events about this. Like, or I can call every day if I wanted to for a week. If I'm going through something and they don't care, they'll take the time, whatever. So I definitely like those individual friends. I definitely like people who feel like home to me. And that's not gonna it may come in a group setting, but I feel like on like the everyday, having that one person who's like, this is my person. Or having like one or two people who, you know, they're not even friends with each other. Like I do have many like individual, like random friends, and that's what I like.
Yeah, I definitely believe that. I definitely believe that you should have different friends for different things. I'm an individual friend type of person. Growing up, I've tried the group things, but I've always been quirky, and I'm socially antisocial. That's what I call it. Like in social settings, like I could talk to everybody. I'm very inviting and everything, but when it comes to my personal space, I don't allow everybody in my personal space, and I require a lot of time to myself. So I always tell people I'm the distant friend. I'm the friend that if you invite out, 9.9 98% of the time I'm not gonna show up. But if you call my phone, I'll always answer. Like, that is just me. But when it comes to those social settings, I need to know who's there, all of that stuff, because I don't be wanting to talk to everybody.
Right.
I like people, but I don't like people. You know? So, and because of the way I was growing up, it was harder because all of the friends were social. Everybody was cliquey and I wasn't. And I didn't want to do everything that everybody else was doing. So, like, even when I was in a group, they would wind up being connected and I wound up being out, you know what I mean, on the outskirts or whatever. So I've learned to just, like you said, have safe spaces within individual people. You know, I have friends, but it'll be like one person here, one person here, one person there, or whatever, and I like it that way. We never come together, but I like it that way. And yeah, I'm that person, absolutely. I love my guy friends. I have my friends, like she said, I have a friend that if I feel like I don't want to be judged, I call her and pour out to her. You know what I mean? You guys are my friends, and my friends are like my family, so I have a bunch of sisters. So if anything, I call and each one of y'all have a designated space for certain situations.
I would really love to know what that space is.
Me and Alanna are more relatable. So most of the time, I understand Alanna because I feel like we are in the same space when it comes to our spaces. So like, she is me in her space. Alyssa, she is more of like the person that I could talk to if, let's say, she want to travel or she wants to do something, or like as far as her business side or whatever. Like, I could talk to her. Bria, we talk about a whole bunch of shit. Me and Bria talk about a bunch of shit. We talk about like zodiacs. Yeah, like we talk about zodiacs. We talk about things most of the time. If she's trying to get some type of advice, or I feel like she comes to me when she doesn't want to be judged. Like, let me come, like, or whatever. Or I'll come to her and be like, so let me ask you a question. It's mostly about zodiac signs though. But I'm like, let me ask you a question or whatever. I come to you when I need logic, when I'm in my feelings and I need to calm down. And I come to you and you know, as soon as I go, Candace Majette, she goes, what's wrong? Like, as soon as I call, and she does the same thing. She'd be like, Danielle Majette. I'd be like, what's wrong? Because we understand our language, but I mostly can't, you know, I'm the second oldest, but Candace is older than me. So when I feel like I'm in my feelings and I might be bugging out, or like, I don't want to be in my feelings anymore and I need somebody to rationalize with me because we're kind of the same when it comes to that and thinking logically, I'll go to Candace and be like, so tell me if I'm bugging. You know what I mean? So, but for the most part, I go to my sisters for like to talk, to chat, whatever, you know. So, what type of friend are you?
I am the dependable and not dependable friend.
Dependable and not dependable.
What I mean by, all right, on the dependable side, if you need to kill somebody, I am there. I'm gonna help you hide the body. But if you need me for like you know, if you're going through something, I'm there. Now, I am not available if you're inviting me somewhere, because I am a homebody. I don't like going out places anymore. So I'll be like, oh yeah, I might come. I'm not coming. Like, I really won't come. I don't like going nowhere. I don't like people really like that. I'm an introvert, and I'll just be in there sitting on my phone the whole entire time because I don't like setting and stuff like that. But I'm very dependent. If you need me, I'm there. And if you need me too much, I might not be there either. Like, if I feel like you're just always calling me to complain, and like, if I feel like you're using me as something's always wrong every time you call me, like, you never just call me just to check up on me, I'm not dependable there, because I don't want to hear something negative all the time. You need to ask me how's my day. Like, what if I lost my social security card and you're calling me?
My social security card, though. Not my dog. Not my social security card.
No, seriously, but like, what if something's wrong with me and you're calling me to complain about something? Like, I'm like, you need to act me how I was. Like, what if I'm having a bad day? Like, that's not like that. But like, I'm dependable if you need me.
Gotta check the vibe.
Yeah, but I feel like there need to be some type of balance. Like, you can't just be calling me to complain all the time. Like, I am not the advice giver all the time. Like, I am the damn that's crazy. if I give like 3 lines of advice, that's it. I have 3 lines of advice.
All I got is
that's
3 lines for you.
3
No
lines.
more, no
And
less.
then you keep going. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Wow, he's a nut. Damn, she's wild. Like, I'm gonna say that. If I have nothing else to say, I'm like, I don't. That's it. Like, I have nothing else to say. But yeah.
I'm definitely that nurture friend. Like, everybody knows about me. I am very, like, I feel like everybody comes to me, and then, like, when I'm feeling the way, I have nobody to go to. Like, I feel like that all the time. Like,
That's not true. I'm here.
no, not like that, Alyssa. You know, okay, okay.
She only got 3 lines for you though.
That's right.
No, it's different. I got a whole story for Lana. Like, I got a whole story for all of y'all. Y'all need me, that's different. But some friends, I got 3 lines, and that's it.
Forget about it.
Forget it.
No, but like I'm usually just like, yo, if you crying, if you hungry, like you need something, like I'm like, yo, come over, like let's talk about it, let's get a bottle of wine, something. Like I'm that inviting friend. Like, come on, like you'll forget about it, just sleep on it. I'm like, yo, girl, forget about that. Like I'm definitely like I want you to always like be okay. Put yourself first always. Don't let work get you stressed out or somebody get stressed out, your family. Like I'm that, come over. Or like, let's go get a sandwich. Or let's go for a walk. Walks are the best. Take walks. I learned that the hard way. Like go for a walk. Cause being like just being trapped in one space or just one place does not get you nowhere. I learned that the hard way. With just going with friendships, with yourself and everything, walks are definitely the best. But I am definitely like their nurture friend. Whereas like when I need somebody, I go blank. It's like you're so used to just like being that like, no, come, like just so inviting, and it's like, who do you go to when you are feeling type of way, you know? So, but that's kind of fun at you.
Is it that though? Is it that you expect for people to do for you this what you do for them? Because maybe they're being there for you in their own way, but because you are a nurturer, you want to be nurtured too.
See, I don't think about it that way. I think it's just like,
I honestly think that Alanna wants to be that person. She doesn't expect anything in return.
yes.
Like, she just wants to be that person that, you know, goes to help people or always there if somebody needs somebody.
Yeah.
She doesn't ever expect it in return. I guess because maybe she might not even want it in return. I just feel like who she is and she needs to help somebody like all the time.
She said it.
No, so I'm asking about you. Like, what would you like for when you are feeling your way?
I mean, I don't really know because I feel like I don't like expect anything. It's just a matter of fact of just you being here. Is it honestly, if you can just sit next to me, that's
You just want somebody there to say, I'm here for
yes. Just like I'm here. Like sometimes you don't have to say anything. If you like we do this. Or if you do this, like that's like I'm here for you, you know what I mean? Or like take your time, just whenever you're ready, let me know, cause and then like I don't know how to just like be open, just say like, hey, I'm feeling this type of way, cause I'm so used to just being that inviting. Hey, like you okay? You need something? Like you need help? Do you need anything? Like you want to come over? I'm so used to being that I don't know how to accept when people give it to me.
I was waiting for that.
Mm-hmm.
I was waiting for that part.
So like. I don't know how to I don't know how to accept it. So that's one thing with me. So I don't really like look for it. I don't know how to accept it. But I'm definitely to like come over, let's go for a walk. I mean I don't drive, I wish I did, but like let's go for a drive, you know what I mean? Like I am definitely that friend.
But you also have to learn how to be a receiver. That is hard. It is when you so used to giving. It's like you have to learn how to be a receiver because you want to receive, but you just it feels foreign to like say this is what I need from you.
Yeah.
This is what I want. Like I want my friends to be there for me. Like you feel like you shouldn't have to.
Yes.
But some people they don't understand social cues, or some people are used to being receivers themselves. You have the givers and you have the receivers. So you also have to allow, because sometimes when you give, you also have to allow space to receive. You know what I mean? Sometimes like they have to balance each other out.
Yep.
But
Yeah. What type of friend am I? I will say that I have.
That's the type of friend you are.
I am.
I hate that
I do
shit.
a lot of.
I hate that shit. Oh my gosh, I hate that shit. You be all passionate and all you hear is,
You know what it is? It's because not a lot of people can take my advice. I am the friend that you call when you are ready to hear the really real.
Yes.
I can't sugarcoat it for you. I can try. You know what I mean? But in my attempt,
It don't work.
It will still be pretty raw, And so like is to let you know that I'm listening and that I hear you.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be silent.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all that's about. I'm not judging you, and I had to learn not to judge.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that, like, I had to learn not to be judgmental, because when you project and you're just like, oh my God, they did X, Y, and Z. Next thing you know, you end up in that situation.
Yep.
And then you're like,
the
oh my
universe
God.
will humble your
Yeah,
ass.
it humble pie, okay? So like your ass end up in that situation and you be like, damn. So now I make an attempt to put myself in that person's place to say, okay, before I say whatever it is that I need to say about this, how would I feel if this was me, right? That's my first and
But
foremost.
let me just say, the crazy part is she doesn't just say, she texts it too. She does. Like, I just need y'all to understand that.
Yes.
Like, she doesn't just say to you on the phone. Like, you get a text.
She really
Like,
does. And then
it be a whole line. Like,
Mad M's.
listen, I am always the last phone call.
absolutely.
And it's because
You're
you have to be
done with
ready. You have to be ready to receive my advice.
She's done
And
with Jen.
I am my father's kid. Like, I don't mean any harm by this. You know, I don't mean to be like, I don't want anybody to feel like I am being aggressive, that I'm being mean and all of this stuff. It's just that I want to know, after listening to you, I don't want to give unsolicited advice. You know, I don't know if you're calling me just to tell me, or if you're calling me because you want to hear what I have to say. So, you know, like, that's it. And so then after that, it's like, do you want me to say something, or would you like me to just listen?
And I be like, bitch, say something. Like, 'cause I don't understand. Like, you know what I called you for.
You know, and again, I am normally the last call, because I am the friend that you have to be ready to hear what I have to say. And I'm not going to be like, girl, you need to do. But I'm going to tell you, I did used to.
Hated it.
And I had to learn how to not be that way. And so now it's just like, my advice is, okay, here's what I think. I think you were being unfair. I think that maybe you shouldn't have done that. Or I think you're right here, and I don't know if you should still be in this situation. You know, I'm that person. So like, I'm gonna be straight up about it. So like, you have to be ready to hear my advice. I'm gonna approach you from a logical place. It's not gonna be an emotional place. However, if you need me to ride out, I'll be in the passenger seat. Okay? Let me know if, look, do you want me to put the cap on the temper, or do you want me to tip the cap off? Because, honey child, if I tip the cap off of the temper, be ready for the Tasmanian devil. That's all I got to say. Who's been in the car with me? You too. You know. You know, I don't know if you know, but you know too. So
Put
like,
your Tim's on. We
okay, that's it. So like, I ride out with you too. I'll be in the passenger seat just like this. I ain't gonna say nothing. Into the passenger seat like this. But as soon as somebody come out, I'm the first one out the door. So like, you got to let me know. So anyway, that's who I am as a friend. However, on the flip side, I don't go out. I am a homebody. So like, I don't like to do a lot of like partying and clubbing and things like that. If it's a brunch, count me in. Let me get my French toast. Yeah,
I love some French toast with the
mimosa and the bacon. Okay,
And the
pork bacon.
Right.
So like, let me get a mimosa. So like, you know, I'm down for the brunch. I'm down for certain things, but you know, I'm not the one that's gonna go out with you. I'm not that one. And sometimes, like you said, I'm on the outside of things because the group gets together and goes out, and Candace doesn't. So then Candace doesn't get invited anymore, and that's hurtful. You know what I mean? And so then you have to like, you start losing people because you're not into the same things that they're into anymore. And so, so I feel like, but then again, I'll get a phone call when it's a situation and it's like, I need your advice. Or, you know, I'll get a phone call about work-related stuff like, hey, can I run this by you? You know, this is going on in my job. You got advice for me here? And then I'll be like, all right, well, let's break it down. You know, or I'm looking for a new job, and what should I ask for the salary? All right, yo, $10,000 more you got to add. You know, I'm like, I don't know what you would call that. But like, that's who I am.
You're that friend.
I'm that friend. I am that friend. And I'm that friend. I think that's the purpose that I serve. when you are ready for my advice, and when you're like, you know what, I don't want to hear nobody tell me that I'm right. I don't want to hear nobody tell me I'm wrong. I need the really real. Let me call Candace.
Word.
Yep.
I think I am the busy friend. That's just who I've always been, and I think it has to do a little bit with the fact that like I'm probably like one of like the few people, or like one of like the only people out of my friend group who actually like was studying like sciences. Not sciences. All my other friends are all like engineering, or like some are like business. So we had like very different like study schedules. We had very different like exam schedules back in college. And then moving forward, I was like working into med school, and like I'm here now, and I'm all busy. Where my friends are working, and they're kind of like having their lives going. They're able to go out on weekends and meet up for happy hours. And I think similar to what you were saying, like because I'm always busy, and on top of that, I'm not a texter, and a lot of my friends are big into texting.
We know.
And and I love.
Can I just say that everybody's into texting, but you?
Yeah.
Everybody.
I just like.
She be a freaking whole month late. Oh my God, that picture is so cute.
I think one, I get overwhelmed. Two, like surprisingly enough, like I don't know if I just like don't see the messages, or like when I look at it, or like sometimes when you unlock your phone, the notifications are somewhere there.
You have your priorities.
Because you like opened your phone to check your email real quick. You forgot about the notifications that were on your lock screen before. You're like, let me check those. And I think like because I'm the busy friend, I think it got to a point in time where it was like, all right, we're designing it better, kind of thing. And because I never answered the group chat, when did you guys do this? Why wasn't I invited? Oh, it was in the group chat, you didn't see it. Or it was like more so, okay, like Bria's probably busy anyways. So we're like, I still like appreciate, like I think that's kind of like where I'm like learning, kind of like figuring out how to balance both, because I definitely like genuinely do care about my friendships, but I think like because I'm like working so hard and I get stressed very easily. So like I have to make schedules for everything. Like I get like very overwhelmed. So like it's very hard for me to like come down at the end of the day and like go through a bunch of messages. Like it's like very draining for me typing messages, draining for me typing emails as it is. So like it's a lot, and I think I'm kind of like learning to have like a better balance. And because all my friends are texters and I like phone calls, I think it also makes it harder because like my drives are like when you can best contact me, but that's also when I call. And again, there are not many people who I would just pick up and call.
Right.
And there are not many people who are even available to like for a phone call. So I think there's always like a disconnect that way. And I think a lot of that also comes from the fact where like because I had those individual friends growing up, and on top of that, a lot of them like moved away. Like I never really had friends who like lived close to me. So I never like hung out with my friends every day. Like I don't like people up under me coming to my house all the time. I'm not the friend who's gonna be hosting stuff at her house all the time.
Not me either.
That's not me either. That's not.
Some place I go to are like
Alana is the host house, okay?
Yeah, I'm
you
not
go
the
there.
host house.
She got the whole setup.
It's not me. And I think like some people like every friendships. People have different needs in friendships, and like I'm not very needy with like hanging out all the time.
Right.
I don't need to see you every day. I also don't need to text you every day either. Whereas like sometimes it's a strain because I do have friends who need that and want that. And when I don't, it's like you never reach out, you never do this, you never do that. And I thought we were good. You know what I mean? So I think like that's where communication comes, and it doesn't come to like there's a problem where it's like, wow, like you guys didn't even tell me like this was going on, like So and I'm also the friend that I think similar to Candace, like I definitely am the friend in my own way who doesn't sugarcoat things. And I need to work on my approach a little bit because it does come off as judgmental at times. But again, like I think sometimes like my friends like need to hear things from me that is like very like plain and simple to the point. And then like I also say things in a way that like gets them thinking about their own decisions rather than I was like, okay, well, do you think that at this point, how are you feeling about this? Right. Like, do you think that this is an acceptable place to be right now? And like, are you happy with this? So if you're not happy, why aren't you changing it?
Right.
So that's like my kind of approach to things. Or I'm like, it's been a very long time and this is up to you. So you need to kind of figure out what you want to do and what's important to you and whether or not you want to keep doing this. So that's me as a friend in a nutshell.
Yeah, clap me up.
Yeah.
What kind of friend am I?
It's me to pull the motherfucking cat back.
I am the friend.
You are the all-around friend.
You are though.
I am the friend. I'm the distant friend. Right? But like I said, I'm the friend that you can pick. Like, I'll always answer my phone for you. You know what I mean? If you need me, I'll always answer my phone. I'm always inviting. I am the one that is not gonna pick sides. Candace hates that.
God, I hate it.
Candace hates that.
Yeah, I don't pick sides either.
I'm not the one that's gonna say I'm not gonna give you what you want to hear. I'm gonna give you what you need to hear.
Yeah.
I'm not the caddy friend either. I don't like gossip. I don't like. I mean, I'll have some tea for you if it's tea, like, cause a situation happened and then this happened after, and I'm like, sis, yes, I got some tea for you. Candace love the tea. I be like, you want to get some tea? She be like, call me. Really
That's the only time I answer the phone. I be like,
I got some tea for you. She's like, but I'm the friend that if it's just a regular party or something like that or an event, I'm not going more than likely because I don't want to just be around people. It has to be a purpose for me. You know what I mean? I am the workaholic friend.
Me too.
I am the hustler friend. I'm the creative friend. I'm the person that you call when you have an idea and you want to feed off of something and you might be like, I got this idea, what should I do, whatever. I am the informative friend. I will find some answers for you. I do get sidetracked sometimes, but y'all know y'all hit me up. All my friends out there, y'all already know. You know, you just keep, like, I always will have an answer for you, even if I don't have it right then and there. Why are you laughing?
Because it's not an answer. You don't give an answer. You give options.
I give options. I'm a Libra.
like
I'm a Libra.
Like I be wanting you to be
she
like.
She be wanting me to go inside her body.
She be like, no. You could do this, or you could do this. It's up to you.
It's up to you.
If it was up to me, I wouldn't have called you.
But here's the thing about this young lady right here and our relationship.
Y'all are married. That's what
we've been saying that. Like, we've been saying that. Like, she will call me. But she knows what kind of friend I am. So she'll give me, listen, I don't need you to give me no advice. Or I need you to be patient with me. Or don't get mad at me. Whatever. She preps me before she says whatever. She already knows she drove me crazy about this whole situation here. Like,
but she was patient. She really was.
I was patient,
I was proud of her.
Child, it was a lie.
Yo, I was
like,
oh my God,
she gonna send me 30 million outfits knowing I have ADD. Like, I can't, and I'm at work. Like, but I am the person, like this young lady right here wants me to go inside her body and decide for her.
That's not true.
And decide for her what she needs to do, right? Knowing that me and her are two different people. So she comes to me for advice, right? She knows I'm not gonna tell her what to do because that's just not me. You know, I never tell y'all what to do, and I'm definitely not the judgmental friend. I'll give you whatever, and I'm the relatable friend because I feel like I done been through every situation that could possibly happen in life up until this point. But you can't come to me and ask me for advice knowing the type of person that I am, and then I give you the advice and you don't even take it anyway. You don't take it. That's the crazy part. Look, you don't take it.
Because like you said, at the end of the day, it's up to me, right?
It's up to her.
My thing, I approach her by asking, what would you do? She then flips it and says, you could do this, and you could do this.
I tell
It's
her
up
what
to
I
you.
would do, and she'll be like, no, I'm not doing that. Make that make sense. Yeah. No, I'm not doing that. So what you ask me for, if you know, and I think I was having a conversation with Daddy, and he was saying that he thinks me and you are like in this way where it's like, you come to us with a situation.
And you ain't got time for it.
It's not, I feel like you could have thought it through. Like, it's something that you have to decide by yourself, or something that I feel like you should know. It's common sense in a sense. And then, yeah, like, you'll ask a question and we'll give you an answer like, all you have to do is this and a third, but they want you to break it down for them. Yeah. They want you to break it down for them, and it's like, bruh, like, this is all you have to do. Like, this is it. Like, you don't have to ask me for that. She asked me about 20 million different outfits.
Yes. So
20 million different.
What do you like? You know?
I gave her advice. Nah, I'm not doing that. No, that's not me. No. So why are you asking me? So, but then when I go do what you feel like doing, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's crazy. She's clearly crazy. But I am that friend. I'm the friend that you come to when you need advice. I'm the friend that you come to when you got a situation. I'm definitely the friend who did it, why they did it, what happened, who we got to roll up on, who head I gotta knock off for playing with my friend. Like, I am that, but I am the friend that will ask you what happened. I'm not the one who, as soon as you come to me and be like, yo, they jumped me, and I'll be like, where they at? No, what happened? Oh, I said fuck their mother. Oh, no, I'm not going to jump them. You should have known better. Like, they had every right to want to jump you. I am that friend. I'm not the, I ask questions later. No, let me know now, because if I'm going out there and I get my ass whipped because you told somebody else's mother. No.
I ain't about to get my ass whooped. That's the last.
Right.
You ain't finna embarrass
It's
me.
20 people out there and I'm ready to fight for you.
I'm like, I gotta go get a gun.
Right.
Now,
you know what I mean? But I definitely, I'm the helper friend. And I definitely need those type of friends. I need a friend who understands me and know, because I do have clingy friends where it's like, I take time. Sometimes I don't want to talk every day. Sometimes I don't feel like speaking. Sometimes I might be busy. Understand my schedule. Respect my time, because my time is very important. If you know I work from 9 to 5 and you know I came in the phone like that, don't call me at 12 o'clock or 3 o'clock or something like that, knowing I can't pick up the phone and then be like, nah, fuck that job. No, that bothers me. Or if you know I'm doing something and you just require my time all the time, or if I'm distant and you try to make me feel bad about it. I don't like that. You know what I mean? I love you, but I don't like that. That's just gonna cause me to be even more distant. You know what I mean? But yeah, those are the type of friends. I need love around me. I need genuineness. I don't like cliques, because it's usually one person, like, it's very catty, it's very emotional. Women are emotional. You know what I mean? I have my issues. Men are. But when it comes to the majority, when it comes to their friends, they stick with their friends. You don't see a lot of cattiness. You don't see a lot of, oh, I'm mad at her, so I'm going to go to this friend and I'm going to gossip about this friend and tell this friend her business or tell her deepest, darkest secrets and stuff like that. I don't need that. That's not friendship to me. Right. Or we arguing, and as soon as we argue, you want to drop my dirty laundry out there in front of everybody and then we back friends. That's not friends to me.
No,
because exactly. Or I tell you something and you getting all upset about it, and then the next thing you know, you don't want to be my friend anymore. Meanwhile, you know that it didn't come from a place of malice or something like that. Those are not the type of friends that I need. And I feel like there are a lot of cliquey friendships like that. And that's why I like my individual friends, where we could have one-on-one and I know what I'm getting from you. You know what you're getting from me. Because you talk about me, or if you say anything, if I tell you something, number one, I know what I'm saying to somebody anyway. But if I tell you something in secrecy and it comes back to me, or you're telling people about it, or you talking to me about people, you're not my friend. If I have an issue to you, if we not seeing eye to eye or something like that, or I might have an issue with you and I should be able to come to you and tell you about my issue and we talk it out. Not you feeling away and I'm feeling away and nobody's saying anything and it's funniness towards them. Or I stop speaking to you, just saying we get into an argument and we don't want to speak for a couple of days, and you are both of our friends and you choose a side. Or you making somebody choose a side. That's not friendship to me. And I don't need those. You know what I mean? You don't find that in male friendships like that. You know what I mean? Regardless. And even, who was it about line crossing? Was it you? When the signals get crossed? You said that, right? About male and female relationships. The signals can only get crossed if you allow them to get crossed. You know what I mean? It's up to you and wanting to cross those lines. They can only get crossed if you allow them to get crossed. You know what I mean? And once you cross those lines, then y'all not friends like that no more. You get what I'm saying? It just messes up the situation. So
people who have something in the past, like, oh, we're friends. No, you're not.
Right.
You're not friends.
You know what I mean?
Have that.
Right. Y'all friends with benefits.
Exactly.
You know. But how do y'all feel about, because, you know, everybody has individual friends. You have friends, college friends, you have hangout friends, you have friends that, you know, you tell your deepest, darkest secrets to. You have friends that, you know what I mean? Because I know I can't take everybody with me. Candy, you know how I feel about that when it comes to like my career path and stuff like that. Everybody can't go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody don't know how to act. So, and I understand that. And for me to bring you around, you know what I mean? I might test the waters out and bring you around once. And if I see you acting like a groupie or you don't know how to act or you don't know how to mind your words, you can't come no more. But do you feel like birds of a feather flock together?
Not always, no.
Like if you got that whole friend, because we all got a whole friend.
Yeah.
I think it depends on, like, again, I think understanding a person, because for me, I think friendships come from, like, me truly understanding who they are and accepting them for who they are.
Yeah.
So we might not agree, but I accept that that's your path,
Exactly.
and that's what your
Yep.
journey that you're on, but I'm okay with that. We're on our own separate journeys, but I'm jogging, hey, you're jogging, hey. Even though we're in two separate lanes sometimes, I think we're still friends, and there are things that we connect on, because if you have a problem with something, I still got you with it. You know, I'm not, even though I'm not doing the same things, or people might think, oh, well, your friend is like this, and you must be like that too. No, but that's still my friend, so I support her.
Yeah.
You know?
I definitely agree, because going back to, like, I'm a tomboy too, you know, and so I'll have, like, my group of girlfriends, you know, like, and I don't dress, like, you know how girls will, like, show skin and all that stuff. I mean, yeah, like, I wear Crocs or whatever, but, like, with the butt out, you know what I mean, with the big, like I don't, like, this is me, jeans, sneakers, shirt, or, like shorts, but, like, it'd be a graphic tee, sneakers, like, that's just my party wear, or, like, whatever wear, like, you know, and then it just be like, oh, well, we don't want to go out because, like, you know, like, we won't get noticed, because, like, I'll probably like you like a little boy, or, like, but it's like me, like, if you can't respect me for me, then, like, you know, I don't want to be around you, you know what I mean, like, you're not my friend, so, like, I respect you for you. If that's what you want to wear, cool, but, like, respect me, because I, like, I feel comfortable in what I wear, and so do you. I don't like to feel, like, excluded, because I don't want to put on shorts that, like, my butt is out, or, like, I don't want to, like, you know what I mean? Like, I hate that. Like, I want you to respect me for me, like, love me for what I have on. I like you if you have on, like, basically don't support each other, you know.
Don't try to change me.
Yeah, don't try to change me.
That's a fact. Going off what Alanna said, especially with the tomboy, like, especially when we were in high school, and we have, like, it'll be a party. Me and Alanna will be, like, the only girls with sneakers on. Or, like, a lot of times, whereas though if we were going out to hang out or stuff, or we were having girl talk, me and Alanna would be the ones quiet throughout the whole entire time, because, like, a lot of things with, like, you know, girlfriends, like, a lot of times me and Alanna couldn't relate to a lot of things, because some things that they were talking about, me and Alanna just be like, oh, it don't apply to us. Like, we really, like, especially, we really had a lot of guy friends, especially we both play basketball, like, we was into sports, like, we want to go to school. We would never have no handbag. We have a book bag on or whatever. Now that we're older, like, we get our nails done, we get our hair done, we wear lashes and stuff like that. But at the same time, too, you're still gonna always see some sneakers and stuff on. Or, like, here and there, I go out to eat. Of course, I'll throw on a pair of heels on. I'll wear a dress here and there. But majority of the time, I'm really, like, wearing my sneakers and stuff. I go to work. I'm supposed to dress professional. Like, I still wear my sneakers. Like, I don't care. You're not making me wear no shoes now. I'm definitely not doing it. Yeah, I'm supposed to have on shoes, and I have on my sneakers. I don't care. I got a little pair just in case the little big boss is coming. I throw them back on. But I got my sneakers on, and, like, that's, like, another thing too. Our people, like, you know, you the one that gotta dress more girl. Like, you know, you gotta wear dresses and heels. I'm like, for who? For why? No, I'm not doing that.
For why?
Like, that's another thing too. Like, a lot of time people, like, especially, like, our female friends, they be like, why y'all never, like, just be girly? Like, why you never want to just, like, you know, wear?
And they really said that.
Yeah, they would call me and Alanna their dyke friends. Like, me and Alanna were me and Alanna were their dyke friends. Like,
I've gotten that growing up. You know, everybody. I mean, shoot.
Yeah, everybody thought me and Alanna was gay growing up. Yeah. Everybody thought me and Alanna was gay. Like, we come to school, like, especially if I would have sweatpants, hoodie on. I would have my hoodie on my head, chilling. Or then when they realize that we're not gay, and this is, let's say it'll be girls that's not even our friends, and they, let's say we just automatically gravitate towards guys we relate to them, especially when we play basketball. They'll be, like, saying stupid stuff like, oh, me and Lana was messing with all three of these guys. I'm like, oh, I don't care about that. We're just friends. Like, and the crazy thing is, people always think that, oh, like, they'll think that, oh, it will always be more than friends. And I'm like, yo, every one of my guy friends, like, and I mean real guy friends, that we never crossed the line where as though it was more than that. Right. All the guy friends that we still have to this day are strictly our friends still. Like, we never crossed paths or whatever. And everybody always felt as though, like, we could be messing with them. And it never even got, not even a little bit that far. Like,
you know why?
No.
Because if I am a young lady who, bless you, if I'm a young lady who's trying to get this guy's attention, right? Mm-hmm. I dress up, got my little heels on, maybe a kitten heel, maybe a high heel, got my little outfit on because I want attention. Mm-hmm. And then here come these girls with their sneakers on and their hoodies and all this stuff, and they're paying them attention. regardless of what the attention is. But I'm trying to get where they are because I want this guy's attention. And he's not paying me as much mind as he's paying his girlfriends. You know what I mean? Who are there all the time. They don't have to dress up or nothing like that. Oh, they must be fucking. Oh, it gotta be something. Because why is he paying so much attention to them and he's not paying attention to us or to me? Because I'm trying to get his attention. And unfortunately, there are a lot of women who are competitive when it comes to the male attention. So because of that, it becomes, or pick-me's or whatever. So it becomes some type of like low-key hate because they're trying to get the attention that you are getting. Even if it's not that type of attention, in their mind it is because they're trying to get in your spot. You know what I mean?
Put other people down in front of guys.
Right.
To get their
I've had that. I've had that growing up. I've definitely had that growing up where I've had friends and it's like, because I'm chilling, you trying to put me, I've had that as an adult. You know what I mean? As an adult where it's like, you got chicks trying to put you down because they see the attention that you're getting. So they want to look good to that person. Look dumb.
So, I'm glad you say that though. I remember when me and Alanna, this was like a couple of years ago, and we were all chilling with like this was like after practice or whatever. Like, you know how you got the girls that just want to be on the team because they want to be next to the guys or whatever, right?
Don't know nothing about basketball.
Don't know not a lick about basketball. So me and Alanna, we're chilling, talking to like the guys, literally just chilling. And I forgot, I think the topic was literally about like dressing up, like how do you dress up? We're talking about dating and whatever. And they was like, all right, what would y'all wear to a first date? And me and Alanna offered sneakers, some shorts, a t-shirt, like, and that's when the girls was like, oh yeah, you know, Alanna, like, listen, Alanna, they just dykes, they don't really dress up, they don't never get cute or whatever. And like, I remember like one of our guy friends, like, why you have to say all that? They not dykes, like, that's just who they are. Like, literally just trying to like throw me and Alanna under the bus. And I'm like,
was this a friend?
Nah, she was just somebody on the team.
She was a hater.
Yeah,
and I wanted to get her head knocked off, but she did.
And I'm like,
chose to hire. You see me, right? You see, that's the friend I am. See, I said she was like, just a hater.
She wanted to get her head knocked
No,
off.
and
it was just a friend who wanted to get her head
and
knocked off.
And it was crazy though, because she was just somebody that me and Lana was always beefing with, like back and forth for like just no fucking reason, because she was just always there.
Jealousy.
Yeah, and I'm like right when like I'm like bitch, what you just said? It was just like damn, like why are you even talking about them? Like nobody was even talking to you. Like why you just had to like try to throw somebody under the bus? So I really like all our life, people always be like, why you never want to dress out? Like why you never want to put makeup on? I'm like, cause I don't got time to be getting up 5 o'clock in the morning and doing all that shit. Like like I'm telling you, me like all our life, still to this day. Like sometimes not like we'll get invited somewhere.
Even in college.
We'll get invited somewhere, and I'm like, oh, what you wearing? Sneakers. Some mom wear some sweatpants. They're like, why wouldn't you wear a skirt? I'm like, I don't wear skirts. Like,
for what though? Like
yeah.
That's what I don't
You dress
understand.
for you,
Yes, thank you.
And
I feel comfortable with what
and
I
the
like
thing
to
too,
wear.
it's like a lot of girls like want attention from guys, and I'm like, I don't want no attention from a guy. I just like it just comes. Like yes, it literally comes. Like, oh my god, you know, come on, Mama Bria, come on, girl. You know what's crazy? It's like
Glory.
no, right. You know what's crazy too? It's like especially me and Alanna, like this is one thing we cannot stand. It's like well, I think every girl can relate to this though. Like the minute you really, really don't want any attention, it's when you get the attention. It's been times that me and Alanna been, let's say like leaving practice, me and Alanna have our hoodies tied on our face, like all you see is this. Look, a big old book bag full of sneakers, walking down the street, and let's say walk past a group of guys, and they still trying to talk to us. I'm like, I look retarded right now.
They don't care.
Like, and I'm like, and I just be thinking about it's crazy how girls be doing so much to get guys' attention. It's like really like the last thing I want. Like, I really don't ever be wanting no type of attention. I really want to be left alone, because it's like if I want somebody, I go get them. Or 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna get them. Like I don't really have to do too much to get them. I can pull on a bonnet with some house slippers on, and a bathrobe, open the door, and I
Get
still
my
get
not the bunny slippers.
Yes, bunny slippers.
Bunnies.
Yes, and still get that attention. Like literally to this day, like I'm pretty sure one of our friends told me, why don't you wear no heels? Because
I don't have to.
they hurt.
What you gotta say, Candace?
Nothing. I was just like amazed that was even part of the conversation. That people would like really be like, why you don't wear X, Y, and Z?
But I went through that though. It ain't no change. I went through that. I still go through that. But you know, when you reach a level of confidence where it's like I don't even have to explain anything to you for what. You know what I mean? I don't have to explain because I want to. But see, there go the tone again, because that's usually what I do.
Because
Why? Oh, because I want to.
Yeah.
Right.
So much about what
Because
you
it's a
Yes.
projection. I've had somebody literally, I will never forget this. I've had somebody literally tell me, you need to dress like a mom. No. She said, you need to dress like a woman. I said, why? She said, because you're a mom. And I said, and what does a mom dress like?
No, what
But-
is a woman dress?
And she had no answer for me.
What is a woman dress
Exactly, because what you deem as so like why does that bother you? But I knew it bothered her because I bother her. You know what I mean? And I knew that's where it came from, because I bother you. And I bother you because you just can't understand why it is that you try so hard and I don't.
Yes.
And
Oh
I get
my
the attention
gosh.
that you want. And I get the attention that you want. It's like being the
Yes.
quietest person in the room. And I don't do it on purpose. That's just my personality. But being the quietest person, if everybody's loud, you going to see that person in the corner and you're going to want to know why they're so quiet,
Yes.
right? So if everybody is dressed like this, and everybody is all dolled up with baby hers and everything, and I come in just a sweatsuit or some dope sneakers and some fronts in my mouth or something like that, whatever it is, who is she? Because she doesn't look like everybody in a room. You know what I mean? So that's really what it comes from. I've been questioned, and I still don't understand why a person's sexuality matters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just can't understand that. Why does it matter to you?
Right.
Because even if I did like the same sex, I wouldn't like you.
Right.
So
Right.
why does it matter?
A glass.
So a glass.
Who cares?
But this was a great episode. And once again, I thank you guys for doing this with me. I'm excited. You know what I mean? Glory.
Glory.
Hallelujah. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Just Kickin' with my sisters, Alyssa, Alanna, Candace, and Bria. Peace out.
Peace.